Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to draw a basic standing fashion figure. Please do not forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you find this video helpful. Without wasting too much of our time, let's get right into it. So the first step is to divide our drawing sheet into two equal parts. We'll divide it into two equal parts and then we're going to rule a straight line from top to bottom. This line is going to be our balance line. After doing this, since we're using the 10 head method, we're going to make 11 marks so that we can have 10 spaces. We're going to rule 11 lines so that we can have 10 spaces. This method basically just says that the body is divided into 10 heads. Like I said before, this is not the only method to figure drawing. Some people use 9 heads, some people use 12 heads, but in this video we're going to be using 10 heads. So after making the marks, you are going to rule lines from You're going to rule horizontal lines on those marks. Just rule a straight line from the left part of your page to the right. Now that I have 10 spaces, I'm going to begin to label the lines. This is line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So I'm going to begin to label these lines. Nothing will be in line 1 because that's the top of our head. Line 2 will be our chin. Line 3 will be our bust. Line 4 will be our waist. Line 5 will be the hip. Line 6 will be the thigh. Line 7 will be the knee. Line 8 will be the calf. Same with line 9. Line 10 will be the ankle, and line 11 will be the foot. So the first thing that we're going to do is to draw a big circle at the top. At the top of line 1, we are going to draw a big circle. Just use your eyes to gauge to make sure that is quite similar on both sides. And then we also draw a small circle on line 2. And after doing this, we are going to connect these two circles with a line. So you come from circle 1, you draw a line and you bend that line to meet with the second circle. Repeat the same process for the other side. And after doing this, you are going to measure 1 centimeter downwards from line 2. That's the chin line. So you are going to measure 1 centimeter downwards. You make a mark and then you rule a line. This is going to be our shoulder line. This is where we're going to have our shoulder. Let me just quickly label this. Okay, so after doing this, we're going to measure 1.9 centimeter on both sides. You can alter this measurement if you want, depending on the size of the figure that you want to draw. So I'm going to measure 1.9 on both sides. Some people like to use 2, but I just feel like using 1.9 or 1.8 make the shoulder to look less broad. So 1.9 on both sides of the shoulder from the balance line. And then on the waistline, I'm going to measure 1.2 centimeters on both sides from the balance line. And after doing this, I'm going to connect with a slightly curved line. Then I'm going to draw my neck. So to draw my neck, I'm just going to draw 2 straight lines on both sides from the head. So I'm going to draw 1 line here and 1 line here, and I'm going to connect it with the shoulder point to make the shoulder. So I'm going to connect with a line that is a little bit slant. So just think of the hanger when you are drawing this line. Yeah, and we have our shoulder ready. The next thing that we're going to do is to draw our hip. So on the hip line, you measure 2 centimeters on both sides, and you connect it to the waist using a slightly curved line too. So from this waist, let's connect it to the ruler first, and then we'll make the curves after that. So connect the 2 points with a ruler. I'm just doing this for accuracy. You can go ahead to connect it without using a ruler, but I'm doing this for accuracy. So connect with a ruler, and then you just come from this waistline and make a curve to meet the hip points. Now from this line that we've drawn, we're going to have to measure 1.5 centimeters on both sides, and we'll make a mark 1.5 and make a mark. Then we're going to use it to form the crotch. So you just make the crotch with another slightly curved line. Okay, so after doing this, we are going to make the legs. To make the legs, we have to measure 1 centimeter on both sides on the hip line again. So 1 centimeter on both sides, and then you go down to this ankle line and you measure 0.5 centimeter on both sides, and then you connect this point with a straight line. After connecting with a straight line, we are going to make the tie. So for the tie, you just come from this hip line and then you connect it to the knee. You can make a measurement here if you want, but I'm not going to make any measurement. You can make a measurement here for accuracy. You can just do 0.4 on both sides here, 0.4, but I'm not going to go straight. So I'm going to make a line, bring it inward. Okay, let's just make measurements. So you measure 0.4 on both sides, 0.4, 0.4, and then you connect it with this mark on the hip line. So yeah, I'm just going to connect it. Use your eyes to gauge to make sure that what you are doing looks good and looks satisfying to you. So yeah, we're just going to keep connecting. Repeat the same process for this other side, and we have our hip ready. So we're going to go ahead now to draw the remaining part of the leg. Like I said, you don't have to make a measurement, but we're going to take a measurement here. So we're going to measure 0.2 on both sides of the new lines that we've drawn, not on the balance line now. So we're going to measure 0.2 on both sides and just make a mark. And then we connect the knee to these ankle marks. So our leg is not straight, so we have to make some curves here. You go inward, bring it outward, and then you go inward again to meet with this mark that you've made. Repeat the same process for the inner leg, and then you connect it to this mark that you've made. So we're going to have the same thing going on here. Make sure you use your eyes to gauge so that you have something that's looking almost similar to what you've done on the other side. And then you do the same thing for the inner thigh. You repeat the same process for the inner thigh. So to draw the ankle now, we are just going to come out with a curve, go inward, then you make a straight line here. Repeat the same thing for this other part. And then you connect it with a curve. To draw the hand, we're going to measure 1 centimeter outward from the waist. 1 centimeter outward, make a mark, and then we're going to also measure 1 centimeter downward from the hip. A lot of things go on this hip line, so 1 centimeter downward, and then we'll rule a line. This is where we're going to have our wrists. So yeah, connect this line, these marks that we've made, connect it to the shoulder with a straight line. After doing this, we begin to draw our hand. So to draw the hand, we are just going to make a lot of curves because we don't have a straight hand. So to make the elbow, we just come out from here and bring it in to make the elbow. Repeat the same process for the inner arm. Then we'll come out again from here and we'll take it in to form the wrist this time. And we do the same thing here. We're just going to do the same thing on the right hand. So bring it out, take it in to form the elbow, and then we bring it out again and take it in to form the wrist. Okay, so we're going to draw the fingers next. This is a very tricky part, so I want you guys to pay a lot of attention. I don't know how to explain it to you well, but just pay attention to what I'm about to do and you'll get it. So for the fingers, we are just going to draw the thumb first. We're going to start from this inner line that we've made. We're going to make a projection downward that looks like a triangle, and then we make another projection downward from the outer line, and then we bring it in. You copy the same thing from here and you bring it in again. So to draw the other fingers, we're going to make these lines. This just looks like some pointy projections, triangles. Yes. Okay, let me repeat the same thing here. Hopefully you understand it from this other hand. So yeah, we make the thumb first with something that looks like a pointy projection, and then you draw a straight line from here, you bring it in, draw another straight line from here, you bring it in, and then you make the other fingers with other pointy projections. Now that we're done with the hand, we're going to move on to making some small details like the collarbone and the bust. We have to do the bust too. So on this bust line, just come from here and make some curves to like represent the bust. And that's it basically for our basic standing fashion figure. So I just went ahead and I outlined the figure with my pen. I also erased all the unnecessary guidelines in this drawing. Remember, you can always adjust the proportion to suit your design aesthetic. If you've watched this video to this point, thank you so much. Please make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Bye, and see you guys in my next video.